several others vehicles and motorcycles impounded in Wangige Kiambu County for violating curfew hours. Some of those arrested were bar operators and are said to be arraigned in court on Monday. Authorities in the county say the operation will continue and to ensure locals adhere to curfew guidelines. A few hours after 8 p.m. on Saturday at Wangige town of Kiambu County, this was the situation. 23 people caught violating the new curfew hours were arrested, among them bar operators, boda operators and motorists.
Honestly, jamaa amenisimamisha pale. Toka. Nikasimama mzee. Fungua mlango. Toka. Okay. Poleni lakini.
A total of 11 motorcycles and 10 vehicles were impounded by police during the Saturday night operation. The suspects are said to be arraigned in court on Monday, with the operation set to continue.
And this operation will continue until such a time when it will be deemed fit to stop it. This is not an ordinary time, and it's an extraordinary time, and extraordinary times call for extraordinary measures. So we will give it what it takes to ensure that we win this war.
Kiambu County Police Commander Ali Nuno has in the meantime appealed to employers to release their staff early from their workstations in order to comply with the newly imposed government curfew. Nuno regretted that most employers were keeping employees at workplaces until late in the evening, making it difficult for them to beat the 8 p.m. curfew.
We have some challenges here with people closing down their businesses in time and the employers are releasing, but we are trying to effect the curfew orders as directed.
These even as religious leaders welcome the move by the head of state to not close all churches in Kenya. They are calling on religious leaders in the area where in-person worship has not been prohibited to ensure all attendees adhere to the COVID-19 safety protocols.
Let's follow the protocols. Let's make sure we have what we call social distance in our services. Let's make sure our services are not long, and let us make sure we take care for one another.
Meanwhile, those with patients at Kiambu level religious organizations are now adjusting their activities to cope with the new COVID-19 containment measures announced by President Uhuru Kenyatta on Friday. A wedding in Naivasha was among the first victims of the new COVID-19 protocols that caps wedding participants to 30. Organizers of the wedding that took place on Saturday, a day after the directive was issued, say the turn of events has come with heavy cost because they had already budgeted and paid for over 200 guests. At the PCEA Kabati, all was set for the exchange of nuptials between Peter Mbogo and Paris Wanjira, a wedding planned since last year, with the guest list and venue budgeting for about 200 participants. The wedding vows was set to be exchanged Saturday, but a day earlier, the president made the big announcement that saw the introduction of new strict measures to curb the high infection rate of COVID-19 in the country, among them capping the number of wedding attendees to 30. The senior pastor at the church saying the new guidelines makes it easier to implement in the churches since smaller gatherings are easy to manage.
Watu 30 kuwa manage si kazi kubwa sana, kuwa sanitize na kumake sure kwamba katika vile ambavyo wanakaa katika kanisa tumeweka social distance na yale mambo mengine ambayo yanastahili kuwekwa. Lakini ilikuwa ni changamoto na ningependa kuwahimiza wote kwamba kwa maana corona hii pamoja nasi tujaribu sana kuzingatia yale yote ambayo tunafaa kuzingatia. The bride's mother saying the new measures, though being implemented for the greater good, have seen them incur heavy losses.
Na tulikuwa tumepanga chakula ya watu 200. Sasa tukashindwa chakula yote tutaipeleka wapi? Tumeshalipa mtu wa kupika, tumesha invite watu wametoka Kisumu, wametoka Mombasa. Hao watu wote walikuwa wamefika, watasafiri aje kurudi.
They're now proposing that such announcements in future be issued with a grace period given for compliance.
Ile nataka kuambia president wetu akitangaza kitu awe akitangaza na ambie watu kutoka siku 3 2 4 ili watu hao wamejiandaa.
During his address to the nation on the COVID situation in the country, President Uhuru Kenyatta spelled out new measures meant to curb surging cases of COVID-19 in the country, with new data putting the positivity rate of infections at 22%, the highest since COVID was first reported in Kenya. Caroline Kamau reporting for Channel 1 News.